And I think I could probably hit a third one.
Mm-hmm. There's no pressure.
If there was the competitive spirit.
yeah, I see you. I could do 3. I could do 4.
Okay, fine. Actually,
I could do next week. You're like, let me give you my Rex. Welcome back to Itty Spunk Unfiltered. We have had a really hard time trying to get through that intro.
It's the hardest part of the podcast.
The bloopers. It is. The bloopers of just this opening. Mm-hmm. They'll have their own show one day.
Yes. Welcome back to the pod.
So excited you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. Mm-hmm. It is the beginning of March. We're recording this. Mm-hmm. Next week, we are going to South by Southwest. Mm-hmm. This episode's all about festivals. We got some festival questions come through over the last couple of weeks, so we've compiled them. And we've got a little theme episode. So really good questions that came through. Yeah. But before we do that, I just have noticed that every episode that we record, my voice is so much louder than yours. Oh. And I think it's because with these microphones, we can't adjust individual tracks. Mm-hmm. So I'm always like, I am so loud. And you are just so gentle and soft-spoken. Yeah. So I'm going to just try and be a little bit more gentle and soft-spoken. I don't think it'll last long. We also have
different pitches to our voices.
We do.
It's a little bit higher. So.
Just it's a nice way of saying the way I talk.
That's great. I love your voice. It's soothing to me.
Thanks, babes.
I listen to it as I fall asleep. Me and John just is his voice. Old episodes of the podcast. Actually, it's old coaching sessions.
Yeah, just listening to me be like, Beck, you have everything. Yeah. You have
quit
you
your
have
job
what it takes
now.
Yeah, I'm sure you're still thanking me for that one.
I am. I really am. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. How are you?
Okay, we'll wait for that.
No. Go.
I'm good. As you know, I've been dealing with a little bit of health issues, but I'm already had blood tested this week. I'm very excited. It's not the word, but I would like some answers.
Clarity. Ready for clarity.
Yeah, ready for some clarity.
Very excited that you're going to get your health stuff sorted. You would never know that Beck was not feeling well with the meeting that we had last week with our one of our collaborators on our feature film, like just a champ, drinking martinis. The second that we left the bar, she looks at me and she's like, I need to be in sweatpants.
Yeah. I rally. Sometimes you just have to rally, you know?
I think I can always rally for work stuff.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
And I think...
And for friends.
Yeah, for friends. Yeah, for friends, for work stuff. I think somehow, actually I know how, but we've gotten so soft as a society.
Oh, true. Especially in LA, I think.
Especially in LA.
Everything's so convenient. So when it's not convenient, it's suddenly incredibly inconvenient.
Right. And we don't like to be uncomfortable. We like to, which like there is some merit to that about setting boundaries.
Sure.
You know, the whole thing. But sometimes you just power through and it's okay. Like you're going to survive. You know, I used to not to like say that you have to suffer through everything because I don't believe you have to. I think for the most part, you shouldn't be suffering through things. But there are moments where it's just, you've got to show up. I remember back in my corporate job, this was before the world of like, don't come to work sick.
Yeah.
It's like, you came to work no matter what.
Yeah.
And that was one extreme. But now we've gotten to the whole other extreme of like, oh, I have a headache, so I'm going to cancel this meeting.
Yes.
Or, you know, not to downplay people's feelings.
Experiences.
You know, some people have very valid reasons.
100%.
I totally get it. I get migraines sometimes, and like, I couldn't imagine, you know, having the lights on.
There are certainly degrees of headache that can constitute a sick day.
Yeah, but I think a lot of the time we're like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit off, so let me just
cancel. Yeah.
And it's become too easy to cancel.
This is so funny because she was so sick. Like, like you had every right. You had every right to. Not contagious sick, by the way. Something going on with your health. But I just agree and also just love you so much.
Yeah, and like, you know, maybe a different scenario I would have been like, you know what?
Can't do it.
But this was important. And,
it was, yeah.
You know, I want to show up for things like that. So other than that, things are great though. We had the
best producer that ever was.
We had lovely drinks, lovely conversation.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Was really, really nice. And then I went to Solvang for the weekend with John to celebrate our 11-year anniversary.
Congratulations, Mazel Tov. That is so amazing. Thanks. 11 years.
11 years, yeah.
And you guys just still have the most beautiful relationship, open communication, supportive, loving, Like,
I feel very lucky because not a lot, like a lot of people who get married so young don't make it, or you grow apart, which is
most of my friends that married at the same people I knew, I guess, like people I went to school with or that got married, a lot of them are divorced now.
Yeah, it's very rare. So I feel very lucky that we found each other and everything's worked out, and we still
and I think
all
it's
the time and love each other so much.
You also, I think one of the markers of that a successful relationship that lasts that long is allowing each other to evolve.
Yes,
which is such a big one. I think that's why people get divorced that marry early, like more likely to get divorced, because you change so much in your 20s and in your 30s.
Yeah.
And I think, you have to allow each other to become who they are and not make it about you always.
Exactly.
Right? And I think that's something that you guys do really well.
Yeah. I mean, both of us have found new passions and new life experiences, but have allowed one another to grow. We still have a lot of independence from each other as well, which I think is also really important, to have like your own stuff. You don't have to do everything together. And I saw a clip from one of our favorite podcasts, now one of my favorite that you introduced, but you give it to me straight.
Love them so much.
They're so funny.
Fucking hilarious.
So but they're talking about how, so many people are like, marriage is so hard. It's like, actually the marriage shouldn't be hard. Like, life is hard.
Yes.
And you're going through things together, but the marriage part shouldn't be hard. Like, obviously there's going to be some
ups and downs.
Ups and downs. But that shouldn't be like, and I've always felt this, over the years, people are like, oh, such hard work. Like, we really work at it every single day. And I'm like, yes, we work at it, but also I don't feel like it's this huge stress in my life.
No, I think it's about enjoying the work.
Right.
Because of course any relationship includes effort.
Yes, exactly.
But enjoying that effort with that person, the style of effort that you have together. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, like it shouldn't be hard to be around your partner.
Yeah.
That should feel good.
I think there's a lot of inner work that has to go on to have successful relationships with anyone.
No, relationships in general are, up and down. But so celebrated our 11-year anniversary. Was so fun.
So good.
So
Congratulations.
So cute. Thanks. How was your weekend?
My weekend was awesome. Oh, yeah, so I completely fucked my back. I had like this my neck, oh my gosh, you're gonna laugh at me. So much fun on Saturday. I did a market with one of my best girlfriends, Ellie, who's an amazing ceramicist, and we also have, both of us together, a collection of, independently, but when we bring it together, it's quite cool. Collections of vintage and clothes that we've collected and that we love, and that we, it's like been a hobby of mine, honestly, since I was a teenager, to do markets and curate things and sell. I love design. I love clothes. And so that was really fun. We did a market together and we just had the best day. But I woke up Saturday morning with like my neck was like frozen. And we were talking about, last week you getting sick and then me having my neck thing. Is like, I always, maybe to a fault, look at physical ailments and sickness as like, am I reaching an upper limit right now? Like, is my body, or am I just reading into this and it's fine? It's not that I blame myself. It's more that, what is this problem in my body trying to tell me about what I'm doing right now? So like looking at my life, looking at the things, what we're doing right now with James on Rage, we're at this really exciting, critical point in our financing journey. And, there's a lot that's moving really quickly and changing, and conversations that are happening. You've been literally on the phone all week last week. So, and same with me. And like, we've got a team that is pitching, and it's just like, there's a lot happening. And that's why I'm not surprised that my neck, for the first time in like a really long time, because I have a little bit of back issues that I've been dealing with, but like I know how to manage that now. And it's been a long time since I've had like thrown out my neck. So it's just interesting that it happened to me this week. And I always like to take those, it's like, there's a great opportunity to, come give myself some rest and support. So we did the market on Saturday. I like dealt through it with my crazy neck. Just like trying to say hello to people, like, hello, how are you? It's still kind of a bit fucked up right now, but it's better. But on Sunday, oh my gosh, I had the best sick day. So I smoked a joint for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you haven't really.
Because I was in so much pain. I was like, I'm just gonna smoke a joint, take a little painkiller, like chill.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, what happens to me when I have a little bit of weed, which by the way is legal in California.
Yes, it's fully legal.
And I would never have ever smoked it when it wasn't. Never in my life. Don't read my script. I had so many ideas and so many downloads, and it was like this. I was listening to music, and I was like in my journal, and I just had the most amazing day in bed drinking coffee and ideating, and I basically came up with a whole new business and a plan to launch it. I haven't talked to you at all about this, but
new.
I was like, I mean, I have a business plan. I basically, this is why, like, most people who smoke weed, they're like, I just want to chill out and like watch a movie. I'm like, I have a whole business that I'm going to be launching after we shoot the movie.
Amazing.
With the products that I already know are going to come out. I'm not going to tell you on camera right now what it is, but I'll tell you later. But I will reveal as things. I don't like to talk too much about things until I've done at least the beginning building blocks. But I've got the product, I've got the Pinterest board, I've got the business plan, I've got the budget, I've got people I can reach out to for certain things that I can't do. I'm excited.
That's so exciting.
So that's what I did.
Sick day.
I was
Came up with a whole new business.
It's supposed to be relaxing.
No, not in the vocabulary.
No, not in the vocabulary. So I had a great day.
But
great
I
weekend.
think that's what happens when you allow yourself space. Like,
Yes.
you have stuff that does come in that's important, and that may not have come in if you hadn't taken that day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm listening to a bunch of different audiobooks right now, which is fun. I'm reading and listening to an audiobook simultaneously. So I have this process where I'm reading it in the morning and listening to it during the day. So I'll like read the same chapter as I listen to, just to kind of give myself the information. And I was laughing because David asked me about how's the audiobook you're listening to, and I was like, which one? And he said, what do you mean? I said, I've got 3 audiobooks that I listened to yesterday. The Psychology of Money, which is brilliant, highly recommend. I'm going to give all my recs right now. Highly recommend The Psychology of Money. It's the best book about money I've ever read, and it's not like I've read all of them, but some of them are just too like generic advice, like don't buy the latte, whatever. I don't prescribe to that kind of wealth advice. No. This is like psychology behind what builds wealth and the way to actually manage your money in a way that's not flashy. It's not about being rich. It's like actually about understanding wealth, and that's it's genius, and I highly recommend you go to read it. Oh yeah, you do. We talked about it last week. So I'm reading that and listening to the audiobook simultaneously. The other one I'm listening to and reading simultaneously is the film director's intuition, which is really great because it's getting me really thinking about my workflow for James on Rage and just giving me some preparation. Highly recommend that for any creative that's on set filming, not just directors. And then the narrative audiobook, which I'm really enjoying, which is called Anatomy of an Alibi. And I'm listening to that just for fun. So I listened to 3 different audiobooks and read 4 different books yesterday. And meanwhile, like also doing work at the same time. But I think that's what happens when you work by yourself. Like if I have a full day by myself doing work, I like to stimulate. I like to listen to music. I like to listen to...
There's always something.
Yeah. So listening to the James on Rage playlist while watching the camera test footage yesterday was really fun.
So fun.
Yeah, it's really moody.
So good. I'm so excited to see it.
I can't wait. Well, I'll show it to you. Yeah. There's amazing footage of you.
I can't wait. That's so great. I'm not the person who can read multiple books at a time, so I'm very impressed by that. Although I try, you
usually have 2 going.
Yeah, I usually have 2. One, like, they can't be of the same genre, though.
No.
Like, one needs to be narrative and one needs to be nonfiction.
That's kind of how I feel about the categories, because I'm also reading, I didn't mention the book that I'm actually reading, the narrative book, which is called Audition, which a girlfriend of mine gave to my other girlfriends and me for Christmas. So we're trying to do like a book club, but they've both finished the book, and they're like, are you finished the book yet? I was like, no, I had to read Hamnet, and now I'm reading these other books. I'm coming. But they're all in different categories in my mind. So an audiobook narrative, listen to my train of thought on this makes sense. A narrative fiction audiobook is going to be, I'm cleaning the house, I'm doing tasks that, you know, I was vacuuming and listening to it. Love that. But reading a narrative audiobook, I'm probably reading that in bed at night before I go to sleep. Psychology of Money is morning prep for my day, thinking about things, considering things. Director's Intuition is creative prep. So they're all different categories.
No, this makes sense. It does make sense. And I think I could probably hit a third one. Like
There's no pressure.
If there was the competitive spirit.
Yeah, I see you. I could do 3. I could do 4.
I'll do 5. Actually,
I could do next week. You're like, let me give you my Rex.
No, but I can see how you can split it up.
Yeah,
that makes it.
I'm compartmentalizing.
Yeah, it does make sense. 100% makes sense, and it's interesting because I think with like I read a lot of Substacks, so like that's
satisfying a different part of it too.
Yeah, like more of like a learning kind of like life stuff, you know. But it's also like a little bit entertaining based on what I'm reading too. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but anyway. So impressed by your book reading.
So impressed by you.
By you.
Who you are.
I love you.
Thank you so much.
Finally saw Wuthering Heights last night.
Tell me how you feel.
So excited. This is our first time talking about it. Okay, so overall, I thought that the world was very well built out, very well thought through. I loved Margot Robbie as Kathy. I love the costumes. I love the kind of fantastical aspects of it, the details of it. Emerald is always so detail oriented, and I love that about her. It's why I love her as a director so much. The wall of her skin with the mole from her face, like just she's thought of everything. I know going into an Emerald movie that she's thought of every single detail. Like there's no stone left unturned, which I loved.
Should we put in spoilers potentially?
Potential
spoilers.
Yeah, potential spoilers.
I think you probably already know that, but I'm just so spoiler adverse.
Yeah, if you don't want to hear any spoilers, if you don't want to hear anything about Wuthering Heights, skip ahead.
Skip ahead. We'll put the time code in.
Yeah. I listened to a podcast with Emerald, the Happy Sad Confused podcast last week with Emerald, and she didn't give any spoilers away in the episode. It's more about like how she came to wanting to make Wuthering Heights. It was, you know, one of her favorite books as a child, and really she went into it as with the idea that this film is going to be basically like her 14-year-old interpretation of the book. Yeah. Because there's a lot of differences. Like we could go on for a long time.
What she was imagining and what she took from it. Yes. Also, it sounds like the impression it left on her.
Yes, the feelings that it left on her. What she almost like a fan fiction in what she wanted to see with the film as well. And I can't get on board with the people who are like, it's so different from the book. I can't believe she made it. I'm like, there are so many things that are based on existing IP, on text. Wuthering Heights has been made, 13, 14 different times? Like this, text like this is so iterative and it's so, it's just frustrating when this is called out specifically with a female director when there are so many films like Frankenstein, like Dracula, like the new Dracula movie coming out, like Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet.
Oh my gosh, Bram Stoker's Dracula has been iterated and called that name of film. You are right.
Yeah,
it's so true. Many times.
We don't get so upset like, this isn't even close to what
how could
the
you
book
call
is.
it that?
Yeah, right. First of all, she put it in quotes.
I was about to say that. Exactly.
So
she's like, sure.
Right. And people are like, well, she should have named it something different. Then she would have been accused for plagiarizing Emily Bronte. You know what I mean?
I think, no. Like, I think you can say based on Wuthering Heights, like...
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying the people who are saying, like, you shouldn't even have had anything to do with Wuthering Heights.
That's bullshit.
Right. Like, Clueless is based on Emma. Like, nobody gives...
What about,
Hamnet.
Clueless is such a good... maybe if it was a different time period, I don't know. What doesn't get people riled up these days?
Right,
people,
exactly.
You know.
Yeah. So overall,
there's too many creature comforts.
Yes.
Everyone has to find something.
Yeah.
Something to complain about.
If you want to see an exact adaptation or an exact replica of Wuthering Heights, don't go see this movie. Like, this movie's not for you.
No.
So overall, I give it a 7 out of 10. And here's why. My negative thoughts.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hated Jacob Elordi. Truly hated. I was so sick of him. First of all, they don't look age appropriate with each other.
He looks much younger.
He
I mean, he
so
is,
much
I
younger.
guess.
In real life, he is. In the book, Heathcliff was not younger.
No, he is when they adopt him. Oh, no, he isn't, though. He's only like 2 or 3 years younger.
Yeah, no,
when they're children.
Yeah, they're very close in age.
Close.
Like a couple of years.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie doesn't look 22 or however old she's supposed to be. Margot was the right casting for Kathy. Jacob was not the right casting for Heathcliff. I didn't.
That's how I felt. I completely agree. That was my impulse from the trailer, from the jump.
Bad casting. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy that he was gruff enough, that he was just didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Then I was actually surprised because, okay, so you've read the book. A lot of our listeners probably read the book, but there's like that multi-generational kind of vibe throughout the book. And then we have Kathy's death, spoiler alert. And then we have after death. And I thought it was and he gets haunted by her ghost. And I thought it was a really good representation and it gave their connection and the way that they're not able to get away from each other a reason to exist. Does that make sense? Because their souls, even after death, could not
stay together.
Yes, they stayed together. They could not get away from one another. And so I thought the film was missing that reason because, we have these like really sexy scenes of them being together and they can't stay away. And, that actually kind of went on for too long, I thought. I was like, okay, we get it. Like, they're obsessed with each other. Okay, cool. Why are they obsessed with each other? Like, I get that they grew up together, whatever. But I really wanted to see Kathy's ghost haunting Heathcliff. I think like that was one of my favorite things of the book.
I was also curious about what happens after. What happens now.
Yeah.
My feeling from her choice of ending was that he dies there too. Like he's laying with her in her deathbed. I was like, maybe this is him spiritually dying.
Sure.
Because she's dead, so he's dead.
I could see
That's
that.
kind of where I was sort of filling in those gaps. But I completely agree with you on basically everything. And it made me laugh because there were 2 points in the film only where I was brought out of it. I'm so excited to finally have this conversation because I definitely liked it more than I thought I would based on what I saw in the trailer, because the trailer was so sweeping and emotional and like, oh my gosh, you're just going to feel so much. And it was asking me to feel. And I felt a little frustrated, or not even frustrated, but like, what's this? Why? And watching it, I enjoyed the experience of the film. I enjoyed the experience of the journey, and I didn't think about work, look at my phone, want to look at my phone one time. And that's for me always a mark of a great film, when I'm just like completely absorbed in the world. There were 2 moments, and I say it makes me laugh because it's brilliant. I mean, Emerald is brilliant at what she does. She really does, as you say, create these full worlds, so much detail, so much life in them. So it's so ridiculous of me to point out 2 moments of an entire incredible puzzle that she's built that's stunning. But the sunset, I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah. The sunset moment where Jacob Elordi's on a horse and he's like, you can see him through the arch. The sunset is just so, I mean, I would love to know if that was a real sunset, because to me it was so fake. Yes. And I was thinking, this image has been incredibly manipulated, and I was immediately thought that immediately made me think about the post-production process. So anytime I don't think about the film making process, watching a film, which I love to do, but
yeah, of course,
it's like a thing that just naturally happens when I watch stuff. But it's nice when it doesn't happen, because you're like, I'm just in it. So I thought about it then. I was like,
the red
this is
sunset.
A fucking ridiculous
like
sunset.
It was super bright red.
Yes. It was so red and intense.
And the wrong shade of red.
Yes.
Compared to the rest of the movie.
Wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So dumb. It's
that.
One thing.
No, it's so minute, but yeah.
And
the
other thing, the other detail were the bottles in
Oh,
the room when her father dies.
Yes.
I'm sorry, who is climbing up to put a bottle up there?
No, that was
absolutely insane to me.
It made me, at first I was like, what is that? And then it took me away from the whole
That's my
death
point.
and
Yeah.
the emotion of the scene.
I was like, what? Who okayed this elaborate production design?
Yes.
Because I'm immediately thinking, like, this man is so drunk and decrepit. Like, how could he possibly pile the bottles like that? And then who did?
Right, who did that?
Why didn't they just take them outside? And then I'm thinking, like, would take them out the same amount of time to take the bottle outside? What's happening in this room? So
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of crazy, but loved. So stupid of me to point out these two little things, but the experience of it, I agree with you around Jacob Elordi. I also feel like it was kind of, I wouldn't have made the choice to cast her husband, who's basically ends up being a bit of a villain in this story, even though you really feel bad for him. He is portrayed by a person of color, and basically the side character. Like, I didn't like that choice.
Yeah,
whereas
I wish they would have
flipped it. Yeah, because Jacob Elordi's character is supposed to be a person of color, and I do think that's important. I know that it's an iterative, expression of the book, but I do think those things are really important, especially in present day, especially in the world we live in today, and the comments that we make with those kinds of casting choices. I don't know, I think you can't, and people just won't forgive that.
Right.
This is not the climate for forgiveness in whiteness and overly white choices.
Yeah. Especially when that's a theme of the book and a theme of the film, too.
Yes, it is a theme of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, so interesting. So I agree with you. Also, gosh, what's her name? Who plays Isabella? Iconic.
Yes, she lit up the screen.
She's brilliant.
She's so funny.
Have you seen her in anything else?
She was in Saltburn.
Yes.
That's the only other thing I've seen her in.
Okay, so she's in Task with my boyfriend, Mark Ruffalo.
Oh.
And she's fucking amazing. She's brilliant.
So
she's one of the
talented.
greatest actors. And she's in something else that I saw that's brilliant as well. And in every single role, she's a completely different person. She has the most incredible comedic timing. She's just so alive. And I just would love to work with her.
Yeah.
Love to work with her.
Yeah, she's fabulous. I love her. I wish I could think of her name at the moment, but she was.
No, we're gonna have to look it up.
We're gonna have to Google it because we got to give her flowers.
I love that you love to give people flowers and that you love when people get their flowers. This is my favorite phrase of yours.
Do I say that?
You do. I love that she's getting her flowers. It's another great Beck-ism. Alison Oliver.
Alison Oliver.
Oliver, big fan, and this person is going to be huge.
Yeah.
She's already on the rise and has worked on incredible things, but she's so good on Task. She's the best character.
Really?
In my
Okay.
opinion. I mean, Mark.
I need to watch Task.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, she's amazing.
If you like crime drama, it's very good.
Yeah.
It's very, very good.
Yeah, so happy she was in Wuthering Heights. So yeah, that's the recap of Wuthering Heights.
That's the recap of Wuthering Heights.
Overall, very entertaining,
It's actually Wuthering.
Wuthering.
It's Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights. I loved the costumes.
Margot just tears in every scene. Just an absolute tap. And I thought I was going to be annoyed by that based on what was in the trailer, but she just captured me.
Yeah.
I would say, like, at the end of the film, I was not emotional.
No, me either.
But I did hear, I love seeing things in a theater. Go to the theater, everyone go to the theater. In the theater, there was so many, like, little sniffles around.
Yeah.
People, like, sniffing, and I was like, oh, that's nice.
That's sweet.
But I just didn't.
No, it
That's
didn't.
why I say, like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the journey. I really respected and appreciated it. It was fun. But I didn't feel the organic, raw, emotional connection.
Yes,
That's how
I
I felt.
agree. Yeah, I wasn't.
And maybe that's, to your point, based on the central relationship.
Yeah.
And, Jacob.
Yeah. Well,
I think Jacob
and
Elordi's talented.
I do too. I loved him in Frankenstein. I thought he was amazing.
A monster.
Yeah, like you could really feel the emotion through this monster character. One last thing, sorry, I forgot to say this.
Okay, yes.
One last thing that I wish they would have kept in is she actually has the baby in the book.
Yes.
And I was kind of disappointed that the baby died in the film. And spoiler alert, her daughter's name in the book is Kathy. I just think that's such a funny.
But also, doesn't he end up? Isn't there something incestuous about?
Yes,
the
he
Kathy and
Heathcliff.
Heathcliff.
Yes, he like takes her in and and abuses her too. Like there's a whole. He's
just
a lot.
such a bad guy. Like
he's a bad guy. Heathcliff is bad.
He's a bad boy. In the dinner scene, she's like, "How did you get your riches? How did you get them, Heathcliff?" Okay, we won't mention it again, then. And I was like, "That's it, done, bye bye."
Right?
We won't. We're not going to question it.
Right. And I don't know.
Yeah, there was a potential to take it a little bit further.
Yeah.
But I think she just wanted to do her stylized, fun version.
Yeah.
And
that's
probably why
fun.
I didn't have like a strong emotional reaction.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Because I don't think it was rooted in that.
No.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, Emerald?
Yeah.
My client said this, he was saying, I think she's got a really great one in her to come, but I don't think this was it. And I think this is great though for her because it's a big blockbuster and they've made a ton of money.
Yeah, biggest budget.
Great budget, big budget and big return, great box office. So she will live to make more films and
can't wait to see
I'm
what's
excited
next.
to see what's next.
Yeah. Okay, should we do some
Let's do some questions.
These are all festival related since we're heading to South by Southwest. I guess we should talk a little bit about why we're heading to South by. What made the decision? So last month, maybe January. We might have given ourselves.
I was gonna say that was last month. Yeah, it was January.
Yeah, January. Izzy texted me one day and said, "Should we go to South by Southwest?"
Question mark.
And I said, yes. And then David, his pilot, got into the festival, which is very exciting.
David is part of the cast of a pilot called Son of Bikram from Johnny Ray Diaz. I think that's the correct way. Ray Diaz. I think it's Ray Diaz. I'm so sorry, Johnny, if that's incorrect. And Ash T, who was also a previous client of mine, and they've made this. They, I believe, co-wrote and then Johnny directed, and they cast David as well as a bunch of other wonderful people in the cast, and it's just so brilliant. I'm really excited to see what happens with the project. So yeah, that's one project that we're going to see. And then another project, one of my dear, dear friends wrote this incredible screenplay. It's called Same, Same, But Different. They made it on Cape Cod. We were laughing last week, actually, because we've been talking about the same film and we didn't even know it. Yeah. Because my friend, she wrote it, she starred in it. And
then I had a friend who was a producer on it.
Yes.
Was in production. So
and we were like, we've got films in the festival, and then we ended up being like, oh, it's the same. It's the same film.
Oh, this one was shot on the Cape. Oh yeah, this one
Mine was shot on the Cape too.
So excited to support our friends at South by. And then we also decided to go because what a great place to share about Dames on Rage, to get to meetings.
Yes.
We have a bunch of meetings set up already, which is very exciting. And it's just, similar to what we talked about with Sundance last year and why we decided to go to that. It's really getting into rooms that other people are in, people who are able to either attach to the film or who would be interested in collaborating, or financiers, or, a plethora of people. But just being in the kind of same rhythm as those people in one place in Austin, Texas, I think it's just going to be really wonderful.
I am so excited. It was very organic. And I think that's important to note because last year we did a couple of trips where it wasn't as organic. And when I say organic, I mean we had this idea to go to South by, and then in that week, multiple people sort of confirmed that it would be a good idea. We had one of our exec producers be like, oh, South by, I can connect you with da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yep.
You could have meetings with da-da-da. And you were like, oh, we could also have a meeting with that company that you have a relationship with that could come on as a product, as a supporter of James on Rage. We just had a lot of different things happen and click in that week. And we before even setting up flights, we had basically a rough schedule of how we would structure the time in Austin, who we would meet with, what the goal would be. And that was a very organic process for us. Last year, we went on multiple trips. We flew to Utah. We flew to Boston. We flew to New York. We had these, okay, let's go there. Let's meet them. Let's do this. And some of it was like pushing a big rock up a hill. Like it wasn't organic. It wasn't, sometimes we jumped in and went, let's just see what happens. And sometimes it made, even though things didn't always pan out the way that we thought, everything got us to this point. And so I think that that's important because this is what I talk about with my clients. Frequently, when you're starting these big projects, it's really easy to be like, I think there's resistance. I think there's a no. I think I feel like this isn't working. If it's not falling into my lap when I make these plans, that means that X, Y, and Z about me or my film. Whereas we knew that we needed to just go and lay groundwork and keep moving and bring that momentum into new things to then be able to have this really organic experience where we've got a lot of relationships that have been set up and that we've been nurturing and that we care about. And now it gets to feel a little bit more in momentum. I always like the big rock analogy, which I use all the time, especially in coaching, where in the beginning it's going to feel this like heavy rock that you're pushing up a hill, but then it starts to feel a bit lighter because some people come in and then they help you with the pushing, and then the ground evens out a little bit, and then suddenly you're like, wait, the rock is rolling down the hill.
The rock
and
is a little bit smaller.
Yeah, and you end up being like Jim Carrey on the snowmobile with Cindy Lou Who.
Yes.
And it's amazing and uncontrollable and the ride of your life.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I always think do the thing anyway, but like let it lead to the next thing. And I'm really excited for this trip. We've got really fucking cool things happening now.
Yeah, it's going to be so good. I'm so excited. And
Me
we'll
too.
be recording from South by, so we'll definitely fill you in on everything that's happening.
Speaking of, if you have any questions about things that you want us to cover at South by or questions about how we're approaching our film, we love to get into the nitty-gritty specifics. We just love to know what you want to hear about because it helps us be specific. So let us know what you want to know and we will create content for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be recording on the ground and hopefully do some interviews with people. I'd love to interview Johnny and Ash about Son of Bikram, maybe Dahlia for Same.
Yeah, for sure.
And some other people as well.
All right. Question number 1. My film just got accepted into a well-respected regional festival.
Woo! Congrats.
It's not top tier, but it's curated and would give us a fun, warm premiere. The problem is we're still waiting to hear from a couple bigger festivals that would be impactful to our visibility, etc., give us the best chance for distribution. If I accept the regional premiere, I may disqualify myself from those. If I decline and the big ones pass, we lose momentum and possibly our best launch platform. Am I arrogant for holding out, or should I play the long game? What would you both do? Good question.
Such a great question. Okay, this is exactly what I would do. I know exactly what I would do.
Oh, good.
Okay, so I would first of all, I would remember that, and if you don't know this already, this is very true of regional festivals. I have seen many films get picked up at regional festivals. This is a great opportunity for you. So this has happened countless times where it's like, oh, I didn't get into the big 6. I got into, and I know you don't know yet, but like I got into the big 6. I didn't get into the big 6, but I got into this like small film festival. In fact, our exec producer was telling us about one of these examples as well, where it plays at a smaller festival and there ends up being someone influential in the crowd or someone that comes that's they're really looking for stuff and they get optioned and distribution, and it's actually much more likely than you think to have that experience and have that success. So I just want you to know that. Like, I just want you to know that being at the big 6 doesn't also guarantee you distribution, doesn't guarantee you financiers. A lot of the time they're at those big 6 and they're going to be arguing about those big films that are premiering there. You actually have a really good opportunity and chance with the premiere of this place. So, number 1. Number 2, reach out to the festivals that you're waiting to hear from and tell them we've been accepted. I would love our premiere to be with you guys, would love to get a handle on, where we are in this process, how, they might not be able to give you any clarity, but at least it's going to give them an impression in their eyes. Ultimately, I feel like I would probably do the festival unless I had a very solid, because a lot of the time these bigger festivals, they will actually be able to give you some clarity. And they might not disqualify you from being there, even if it's not a premiere. So just like, you know what I mean? It depends. But I probably wouldn't say no to the smaller, like it's a regional film festival that has respect. I obviously don't know which one it is, so it's hard for me to say. Maybe I'd give you different advice if I knew, but I think the truth is like you inviting people and you creating the environment for your work to be seen and experienced, inviting people, bringing people along, having reviewers come, like this, this is an amazing opportunity for you and you should be very proud of yourself.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. I think reach out to the bigger festivals. A lot of times they can tell you whether or not you're on the short list, at least give you that clarity. They may not be able to tell you, if you're actually getting in or not, but they may be able to tell you if you've gotten through the most recent round. And like you said, it gives them the opportunity to see that you are being accepted into other things, which says something about you and your film. So definitely reach out. Also, they may tell you that, like, go ahead with that one. And it might not disqualify you for the bigger one. I think, sometimes it comes down to, like, technicalities and things like that. But I don't think you should say no. Yeah, I think you should do it.
I think ultimately, I know it matters more in a feature film context, but where you premiere isn't make or break. It's who sees it. It's how it gets seen. It's the volume of people and the excitement around it. Like, you could have an incredible, and also you could do a regional premiere. I mean, who's to say that they won't accept that, right? If it's not a US premiere or a worldwide premiere, could it be, a state premiere? So that's like Fantastic First. When CFilm got in, it had to be a premiere of some kind. So it was the Texas premiere.
Right, exactly.
So they hadn't played in Texas, and great, let's do that. So check the premiere status, but I don't know. I think that's right. Yeah,
go for it.
Okay, question 2. We hired a PR team before our premiere at a major festival, but the way they're pitching the film is different to how we have been pitching it, and I worry it's not completely accurate. Part of me knows perception drives acquisition, but is this just building hype that we won't live up to? Is it a problem if it's not exactly what happens on the screen?
Interesting. So are they pitching it in a way that's not the story? Is that what I'm understanding?
It sounds like it. It sounds
accurate.
This is funny because I feel like I get a pretty good inside look on this as a coach all the time, which is that a lot of the time when we come to pitching, we're looking at what is marketable and what will get butts in seats.
Yeah. I mean, let's take a look at Willy Wonka, the Timothée Chalamet. They did not market it as a musical because they know that people don't go to theaters to see musicals. So, in a sense, that was not completely accurate, right? Like, they pitched it as like a fun movie on a classic IP, Timothée Chalamet, so exciting. And then when you get there, almost the whole film is singing.
Those bastards.
So I think if you trusted this PR team to hire them, you obviously probably looked at their references, looked at, past projects that they've been hired for, and you liked their work and they've been successful and they've gotten either projects sold or distributed or whatever. You found success with this PR team or found that they had success. So I would, if you're feeling uncomfortable, have a conversation. Ask them why they're pitching this in a particular way. Is it because it's more marketable than how you've been pitching it? I think sometimes as filmmakers, we're too close to our own projects. And
Couldn't agree more.
So you don't always see the forest through the trees. Is that the saying?
The forest for the trees?
For the trees? Something about the trees.
The trees in focus.
Yeah, you get kind of lost in the actual story. And so you can't see the ways in which people will actually receive it. So have a conversation with them. I'm sure they're doing what they think is best for the film. I don't think it's a problem.
No, I definitely don't think it's a problem. I honestly see this all the time because and I completely get it. As creatives, we can get myopic and struggle to actually zoom out and sort of see the impact of the project itself. There are so many different ways that we could pitch James on Rage. We could pitch it as like a 15-year-old goes missing and what happens to her. Like we could have that be the focus and the media circus that happens around this disappeared girl, this missing girl. We could have this central queer love story be the central piece of the pitch. Like there's so many, and we've tried so many different ways of pitching it. All of them both accurate 100% and inaccurate 100% because it's missing qualities, it's missing pieces, it's missing the twist. Like you can't actually pitch something. Depends on the genre, because if you have like a psychological thriller like ours where there is a twist and multiple twists and there are things that you have to experience, like they occur through the project, through the film, you have to mislead. A lot of great pitches, they're not, or projects, like you have to mislead your audience. Even the audiobook that I'm listening to right now, the way that they pitched the Anatomy of an Alibi is like, I realize is completely inaccurate to what happens. And I know that that is for a reason, because it's given me the flavor that I need in my mouth and in my mind to say yes, to listen to it. And now I am pleasantly surprised at the story that is unfolding before me.
Yeah.
So I think that there's some trust to have with this PR team. And I definitely think you should do exactly what Beck said and have a meeting with them and talk about it. They probably have very good reasoning. If you find that they are misled completely and they actually were confused, then rectify it. But this is definitely about a communication, an open channel of communication.
And it seems like you're worried about building hype that you won't be able to live up to. That seems like maybe
that's a bit of limiting belief stuff.
Yeah.
You've got this.
Yeah. It's a great,
like if you're experiencing hype, ride that wave, baby.
Yeah. You got accepted into a major film festival.
Yeah.
Clearly your film is good.
Yeah. I'm excited for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, Wuthering Heights is a great example because the way that they pitched it, the way that they pitched that film is not accurate.
A beautiful love story. It's not that.
It's not that.
No, it's very dark. Okay, question number 3. We got into a really solid, reputable festival. Me and my team were so thrilled until they sent the schedule, and it turns out we're screening at 9 a.m. on a weekday. My producer thinks we should pull the film and save the premiere status for something stronger later in the circuit. Is it strategic to withdraw, or does that burn bridges all need later? I mean, I think it's similar to the other question. Who cares what time?
Who gives a fuck? I don't know. It's some ego stuff, which I get because you're like, I want to be like Saturday night, 6:30 p.m.
on the carpet,
red carpet. But dude, no one's gonna remember what time it screened. No. They're just gonna remember that you were at South by or Sundance or whatever the festival. Like, they're just gonna remember that. Invite your people. People are way more likely to get to be able to come. Oh, sorry, my stomach is making so many noises. Shh, 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 shh. 5 more minutes. People are going to be able to come to this. If it was competing at one of those major slots with a star name and and it's sold out and blah, 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 then that's actually harder. Like, this is a great opportunity for you to get people that wouldn't actually usually be available to come potentially to be able to come and see your project. This is great. I see this as a positive.
No, I do too. I mean, we're running into that with South by. There are conflicting nighttime screenings that we want to go to, and we had to choose which one to go to. Whereas like the morning slots, we're free. And I think what's interesting is the people who will actually be able to make a difference in your film are more likely to go to a morning or midday screening because they have the time, whereas they're pulled in so many different directions. In the evening, there's parties, there's dinners, there's other things.
This is actually a great time. Do not pull out.
Yeah, do not withdraw. Tell your producer to get over themselves.
Yeah. Well, also because like, why would you want to pull out from a major festival? Like, no. Yeah. Definitely no.
No.
I don't see the logic.
No. This is very positive.
It's and congratulations. Positive. Very exciting. I already gave my rec. It's 100 books. What about you?
My rec is fermented fruits.
Obsessed.
Because of the health issues that I've been having, I've been finding that I have to be really careful about what foods I'm eating. And I got some pickled carrots. I got some sauerkraut. I got,
Did you get the big sauerkraut from Costco?
Got the big.
That's my favorite.
Yes.
I go through like one a week.
So
it's
good.
massive. I love that shit.
Yes. It's like actually satisfying me right now. It's
So
actually
happy for
staying down, which is really nice. So yeah, get your fermented foods in. It's really good for your gut. Even if you're not having issues, it's really good for you. So
I was watching a reel about how easy it is to pickle your vegetables.
Yes, I need to learn how to do that.
It's actually, I'll send you the reel.
Just like stick it in vinegar?
It's basically, what'd she do? She chopped them up, added, I think, 2 tablespoons of salt or teaspoons. That's a big difference.
That's a big
I better fact
2
check
tablespoons is a lot.
I'm fact checking myself. Water, filtered water, and like half a cup of vinegar, and just left it.
Yeah.
You leave that for a week or 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's a more elegant way of pickling. There's like my mom has a whole book on
with
pickling,
like the pressure cookers and
all
everything.
of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think you can keep it pretty simple. But I love that sauerkraut is one of my favorite things, and pickled veggies always.
There was a long time where I was having it every single day, and for some reason, like the past couple of years, I've gotten away from it. But I made this really beautiful snack plate yesterday with pickled carrots and sauerkraut, and
oh my god, you're making me so hungry. I'm sorry if you can hear my belly.
It was like hummus and little pretzels and cheese. It was just cottage cheese and tomatoes and then some strawberries. I'm gonna have it today.
That sounds amazing. Is that the snack that you brought with you? Because let's crack into
I
that.
didn't. I should have.
Did you bring a charcuterie board?
I did not. And then last night I did like a little sweet potato with some ground beef, cottage cheese, avocado.
I am literally. Can you hear
With
my
some
stomach?
hot honey
It's
on
literally
top.
like.
Oh, and broccoli. So good.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum. I'm gonna make a broccoli soup tonight. I also am so into I already gave my Rex. I don't need to give this. No one can find it in America. It's the pomegranate molasses that my friend gives me from Turkey.
It's so good. We need to find that somewhere.
I had like a ravenous on Saturday. It was snack time.
It was snack time.
Or Sunday, I should say. Sunday, it was snack time. And it was like I was primal for this pomegranate molasses and bread. I was like, fuck, it was so good. It's just the most delicious thing.
It's delicious.
There's no sugar in it. It's just pomegranates. And I can't find the same thing in America. If you know of a Turkish grocer that sells, and it says "Na iksisi" on the bottle, anyone out there knows where to buy this, I will buy like a case of it.
Yeah, same.
It's so good. Yeah, that's how you know I love you, because I gave you some.
Yeah, you did. It was so good, and you were not sparse in the.
No, you have to experience it.
Yeah,
it's like I know.
So good.
I am so much like my father in that way. It's like, oh, you want this? I'm gonna give you a lot.
Yeah. No, you're so right. That is what you do with everything. It's so good.
Except Vegemite.
Except
we're the
Vegemite.
opposite on that.
Yeah, we are the opposite. I'm a slathered.
You
on
slather.
there.
I'm like,
but it's a
light
Marmite.
touch. Did you like my picture I sent you?
I did. Yeah,
I sent you a reference picture of how I eat my Vegemite toast.
Yeah.
You should see our text thread. It's fascinating.
It's fascinating.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
We love you. We're so glad that you're here. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you next week.
Like, subscribe, comment, and send us questions.
Yes.